declaration to go self today. We're getting all the money and stuff we spend on these emergencies, and when we get that, including the ones that we did today, we'll turn that in, and then we'll have to start back over on our work schedule. We're talking about the work schedule.
Right.
Yes. Yes. All of us laying on the desk out there, but like I said, some of these roads that we had, it'd be no use to put them up there because it just wouldn't count.
Thank you.
Okay, next is Parish Treasurer, Ms. Julie Lockhart.
Good evening, everyone. Have my standard reports, a couple things that are different this month. I did include a E&P Consulting, which they're doing our adjudicated property. I did include in your package just how it works, kind of answers the question of the 3-year. So this was in your packet. If anyone would like that, I have printed out some that are, it's on a desk there in 210. So you can just pick them up. If anyone has questions, you can get them to come by and pick one of those up. Also included was our sales tax collections. They weren't down this month. They were kind of holding steady, but our DMV still is down. Well, it's about flat, but nobody knows why people aren't buying cars right now, so I don't know. But other than that, any other questions?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
so on the E&P stuff, did you mention to Mr. Mansour whether or not they could do something before the 3-year time
It's
period?
It's by statute that we have to wait the 3 years before we can do anything, right? Yeah. It in here it tells you about the
So
statute.
that's a state statute.
It's a
that we
state
can't-
statute. Yeah.
We can't sell it until the end of that 3-year period.
Yes.
So we sit there, sit on real estate for 3 years.
It's 3 years.
We did one today.
Oh.
We had a sale today.
We did an
Yeah,
auction.
my
I mean,
point
an
is that
auction,
there's a 3-year window that's loss of revenues and stuff like that while just waiting for the clock to run out. But that's a state statute, so it is what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Thank you.
mean, the statute, or the taxes still accrue, the interest still accrues, but yes, if they're not
And they
paying
still
it,
can redeem.
they
Oh,
can
yeah.
redeem
But
it.
they could redeem it if we had sold it anyway. you know,
Right.
But,
Right.
okay. Question answered. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Bewley,
Yes, sir.
on your general ledger transactions for the Highway Department 101, on page 4, the top 2 entries have a description of Voyager Fed. I thought that was fuel purchases.
It is. A Voyager is it's fleet services that we use that are state contracted. It's like Fuel Man. You've heard
Okay,
people.
I thought that.
It's the same kind of thing. So that
I'm looking for a check written to them.
they don't
I couldn't
take
find it.
checks. We have to ACH that money to shore.
Okay.
So that just means that we directly send it to their account. Kind of like your direct deposit on your taxes and stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any more questions for the treasurer?
I just want to make sure everybody focuses on getting this information beforehand. It's always on the website. It's natchitochesparishgov.org. So if you go to that website, you'll see all the details of this information. Like Ms. Harris, her detail is on there. So going forward, when she talks to you about what went on the month before, she'll just give you the highlights of each one of these programs for you to know exactly what the programs are. Go to the website, natchitochesparishgov.org, and you can get it and you can print it out if you like. Okay.
Next, planning and zoning, Ms. Maloney McDaniel.
She just stepped out.
She stepped up a minute. Go ahead.
Okay. Next, Parish President, Mr. John Salter.
Have you got questions on anything? Still got the Hart Road, waiting on the contractor to come back and finish. Weather, again. Harmony Road, every time I go down to Harmony Road, there's some new red marks on it and some new patches. And I called Mr. Brett Friday and asked him, we having to pay for all this? And he said, no, it's contractor's paying for it. Courthouse security project. We'll be signing that contract soon, and we have got Talmadge is in here doing some pre-work for them. I don't think it's coming out of the same pot of money. Independence American Way Rehab, advertising for bids went out this week and be open on May 14th, but in the interim, we had to go down and put some stuff in that old people were suffering big time, so we went down and put some SB2 in the hole and try to get them a little relief. They was happy with that, and I was happy to be able to help them. Louisiana Watershed Initiative, we're having to start all over with appraisal and waiting for the finalization of the environmental process. Cane River Waterway Commission, still interested in moving in a joint effort to roads that we're currently working and still getting prices. What else?
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Question. On the Cane River Waterway Commission deal with us, is it to do a road or to give an amount? In other words, will they give you that full amount, and if you can do it cheaper, you can do more?
Yeah, they don't come and say, we're gonna give y'all $5 million. You bring us a road you wanna fix, tell us how much it's gonna cost, and we'll approve it or disapprove it. But they pay 100%, so. But my thing is to get some roads that's gonna last and do it right the first time. I don't wanna go back like we're doing on Hart and Harmony. We should've been through those roads a year ago. We're still dealing with it. I don't want that to happen when we do what we're going to do. And I will have a capital improvement for all of y'all to look at probably in the next 6 weeks about all the roads that I've got picked out to do.
Could you also give us your vision of all the equipment that you think you need for public works? In other words, is it dozers, or is it graders? What's your goal, vision at the end of the year or two? This
summer, I would love to have 4 120 graders instead of the 3 big ones in the dozer. Our ditches. Way back in 2012, I'd been gone 8 years. I came back and we had 5 new jurors I had been on before. So I called for, I got my administrator I was elected president when I came back and took office, and I asked her to get somebody from Baton Rouge, DOTD, to get somebody up here to show the new jurors, ride around with them and show them what we needed to do. And the man they sent up there, he came and stayed 3 days and rode around. He said the biggest problem in Natchitoches Parish is drainage. So that man came back years later and he stayed here 7 years and never pulled the first ditch. We don't have any ditches. That's killing us. The graders we got now, they're too big to get in a ditch. I can't get them in the ditch. The smaller ones, the dozer has done everything it can do. I need to get rid of it. Get 4 120 graders. Get some operators on them and start ditching as soon as we get a little dry area. We've already tried to do a little bit, but it's just too wet right now, especially those big graders.
So I'm hearing you say, in the long term, you're gonna get rid of dozer and you wanna
Yeah, we can
basically
always
replace
get
the
a
dozer with
dozer.
smaller?
We can always get a dozer for 3 months instead of getting a long term on it. And we've got one at the landfill. If we need one, we can always use it. But the one that we've got has done pretty much everything that they can do right now. We need graders. You gotta haul the dozer. We got a truck in the shop right now that was hauling the dozer. Tire blew out. Cost, $15,000 minimum to get it fixed. Besides the safety, we don't have 1 ton to haul those. We have to unhook the trailer from the dump truck to haul the dozer. It's just getting to be more than it's worth, for right now. And then you gotta move it every time with the truck. You can't run it down the road like you do on a road grader. In fact, I had a grader today left Provençal and went to Wilson Basco. he got down and did what he did, and he brought the grader back to the four-way and parked it, and I went and picked him up and took him back to Marshville to get on another grader to go over and fix some roads. See, that's what we're fighting right now, trying to keep all these graders going with nobody to work. I've had people call me, 5 or 6 people every week wanting to go to work. How much y'all pay? Oh, we can't do that, you know, so it's just right now, a seasonal thing would be good if I could just get the graders and get rid of the dozer and get some people just to help us. So that'll kind of be left up to y'all. Now, I did talk to Caterpillar, and what will happen if y'all agree to it, the Caterpillar will buy these graders that we have back from Caterpillar Financial, and we'll have to start all over with another agreement on smaller graders. And they will also buy the dozer. Now, we have another piece of equipment we have to move with a little boy, and it runs out in June, I think, the Traco from Scott, and we don't need it anymore. We got too many extras working. We get the graders, will be good. We got trucks that we don't need. We're leasing 3 dump trucks. We got 1 truck driver. We got 1. And we got some people that carry CDLs, but you gotta put them off a grader to put them on a truck, so you're losing time. So we put a pencil to it, and if we have 1 truck, we can use on a daily basis. If we need extra truck, we can hire them by the day, and we'll be through with them. When they go home, we don't have to pay the insurance, anything. We got that dirt or that rock hauled that day, and we're through with them. So that's what we're looking at.
Thank you.
Anything else for the president?
Planning and zoning.
Hi, I'm turning my permits, and does anyone have any questions?
Give us a brief of what you did last month.
So last month we did about 40 permits, most of them were electrical. With the permit cost that was paid for, we had 23,000 that was paid for, and only 11,000 came to the parish. The rest went to IPTS.
Thank you.
Anything else for planning and zoning? Okay, we'll go to number 8. Adopt the minutes of the regular meeting of the Natchitoches Parish Council held Monday, March the 18th, 2024.
Oh,
Second.
Mr. Allen,
yes.
Ms. Carey,
Yes.
Ms. Braxton,
Yes.
Mr. Holm,
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood,
Yes.
pass. 9, appointments of boards and commissions. Consider adopting a resolution confirming reappointments, appointments to the following boards and commission. A, council to reappoint the following board members to the Waterworks District 1 Board. Mr. Edward W. Colbert Jr., Mr. John Broussard, Mr. William Dickens, Mr. Ed Gearing, and Mr. Calvin McFerrin. Can I get an offer?
Oh,
Second.
Mr. Allen,
yes.
Ms. Carey,
Aye.
Mr. Braxton,
Yes.
Mr. Holm,
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood.
Yes.
Pass. B, council to appoint Ms. Mary White to the Waterworks District 1 Board to replace Mr. Clint Pero, who has moved to another district.
I offer.
Second.
Ms. Carey,
Aye.
Mr. Braxton,
Yes.
Mr. Allen,
Yes.
Mr. Holm,
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood.
Yes.
Pass. C, council to reappoint the following board members to the Natchitoches Parish Fire District 6 Board. Mr. Kurt Leon, Mr. Michael Dawson, Mr. Johnny Passo.
I move so.
Second,
Mr. Carey,
Aye.
Mr. Allen,
yes.
Mr. Braxton,
Yes.
Mr. Holm,
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood.
Yes.
Pass. D, council to appoint Ms. Nicole Taylor Cassidy to the Natchitoches Fire District 6 Board to replace Ms. Amanda Forney.
Offer.
Second.
Mr. Allen,
Yes.
Mr. Carey,
Aye.
Mr. Braxton,
Yes.
Mr. Holmes,
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood,
Yes.
pass. 10, 10, old business, none. Is there any new business? 11, first introduction of proposed ordinances. A, council to introduce ordinance 008-2024 to effect a zoning amendment of parcel number 002-013-7300 to B3 zoning for the start of a pool hall / tavern business with alcohol sales. The property is in section 3, township 13 north, range 6 west, with a physical address of 126 Highway 9, Saline, Louisiana, 71070, as shown on the survey attached hereto, approved by the Parish Planning Commission on April the 1st, 2024. Is there any question from the audience and the council on this one? If there's no question, I need a motion and a second.
Off.
Second.
Mr. Braxton,
Yes.
Mr. Allen,
Yes.
Mr. Holmes,
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood,
Yes.
Mr. Carey,
Aye.
pass. B, council to introduce ordinance 006-2024 to allow Parish of Natchitoches to hire past employees that were previously terminated for violating personnel policies. Is there any questions from the audience or the council? If there are none, I need a motion and a second.
I offer motion.
I'll second.
Mr. Carey,
Aye.
Mr. Holmes,
Yes.
Mr. Braxton,
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood,
No.
Mr. Allen,
No.
pass. C, council to introduce ordinance 007-2024 to update the pay scale for all parish employees. Is any questions from the audience or the, council?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
just some rationale, explanation. I know it was updated in 2022. I'd just love to hear some logical rationale to.
Cost of living since 2022, 2023. I mean, Social Security had a record cost of living increase in 2022 prior to our updates and changes. I mean, it's just we're trying to hire people and based off of going rate, what people are asking and where we need to be if we're gonna get effective employees. And we just applied that all the way across. However, I did just ask for a study. Since we like the city of Natchitoches' theory about things, I got a case study, the information from the city of Natchitoches, so I will be updating those again. I just received the information on Friday.
So, do you think that'll be beneficial for making a decision for this?
Yes, I will have the information out hopefully by the end of this week to you.
Mr. Chairman, I move we table it for later discussion.
Why?
Well, if you don't have the information now,
But
right?
we can change it in the middle, right?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, it's just for introduction, so we have 30 days to get the information for it to be finalized and
Okay.
sent out. And I just received the city of Natchitoches information, and it's very enlightening.
Okay,
So, and I'll provide that information data compared to where we were
all right, thank you.
and where we're looking at.
Okay, do I get an offer or a second?
I'll offer.
Mr. Holmes offered. Can I get a second? Guy for lack of second. Three. Public hearing. I need a motion to go into public hearing.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Allen,
Yes.
Mr. Hall,
Yes.
Mr. Braxton,
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood,
Yes.
Ms. Carey.
Aye.
Okay. Public hearing, council adopt ordinance 005-2024 to amend wording to ordinance 005-2024 to add additional job duties and responsibilities to the council clerk job description in the Natchitoches Parish Personnel Manual. Anyone from the audience have anything on here? Anything from the council?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
are we satisfied that it meets the requirements of the personnel manual and everything it needs to do? Are we, the exertional requirements, formatting, is it good?
Did you get an updated one in the new format?
I pulled it off of the internet just earlier. I think, I'm not really sure, I think Mr. Mansur and I both had questions concerning, 17, 18. Was it 17, 18? And what else, Mr. 19?
What's that?
That's the tax assessor and the clerk of court, and I called Cheryl to ask her about it, and she had indicated,
Yes, I'm already doing
yeah,
that.
that you're doing that.
Yeah, we didn't, I
And
didn't know
had
what
been
that
doing
was.
that.
Okay.
And the other questions that I had for benefit of the council, I discussed with Cheryl, and there was some changes made to add some additional language.
And I went over that.
We went over that, and the final version has those changes in it.
Good, thank you.
So I had no further questions,
Thank you.
Mr. Carey.
If it's no more, I need a motion to come out of public
Could
hearing.
I ask Mr. Mansour?
Sure.
You said that she was already doing something, and that already doing, that was already in the description?
It was in the new description, or the proposed description, and when I was going through it, had some questions, I called Cheryl, and we went over that. One of those was, I didn't know that she ever had any contact with the assessor or the clerk, and she indicated that she did. I really wasn't questioning it, whether she could do those job duties. I was simply saying I didn't know that you did it. What is that, and have you been doing that? And she indicated that she already did.
But it
That was the only question.
It was already in the duties.
I don't know, it
It
was
was
not in the job duties in the personnel manual before,
Oh, okay.
but she was, according to
Right, she was doing it.
what she told me, she was doing it.
And you added it as?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Now it's in the job description
yes,
and duties.
okay, that was
Yeah.
what I wanted to make sure of.
Right, Cheryl?
Thank you.
Any more questions? If not, I need a motion to come out of public hearing.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Allen,
Yes.
Mr. Hall,
Yes.
Mr. Braxton,
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood,
Yes.
Mr. Carey.
Aye.
We're out, now we need to vote on it. Council to adopt ordinance 005-2024 to amend wording to the ordinance 005-2024 to add additional job duties and responsibility to the council clerk job description in the Natchitoches Parish Personnel Manual. Need an offer and a second.
Offer. Second. Second.
Mr. Allen,
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood,
Yes.
Mr. Hall,
Yes.
Mr. Carey,
Aye.
Mr. Braxton,
Yes.
pass. Resolutions. Council to adopt resolutions 017-2024, section 3 plan required by the state of Louisiana Community Development Block Grant Disaster Recovery, CDBG-DR, program administered by the State of Louisiana Office of Community Development for the LWI East Natchitoches Drainage Project to authorize certain actions and individuals to perform certain designated functions. Can I get a motion and a second?
I'll offer.
Second.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Aye.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Passed. Other agenda items. Council discuss the submitted final reimbursement request that is for operating expenses and approve the payment of such expenses and the correction to the CEA to read $50,000 for operational expenses and / or infrastructure projects. Can I get a motion?
I offer.
So,
Mr. Carey?
Aye.
Mr. Allen?
yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Passed. Next, we're to visitors for, yes,
So you just voted to discuss it?
huh?
You just voted to discuss it?
Voted to do it.
Says to discuss it.
Discuss.
Doesn't say to change it, says to discuss it.
It said,
Let's discuss it.
no, may I, Mr. Chairman?
We have to amend it. We need to amend it.
The way I read it is council to discuss the submitted FONA reimbursement request that is for operating expenses and to approve the payment and the correction to the CEA.
Exactly what we did.
Okay, so we're gonna discuss first, then vote on it?
We discussed it at our work study.
You know, to be clear, I think you've already had a motion to discuss it, you've discussed it. If you want to make a motion to approve the payment of the operating expenses and correction to the CEA to read $50,000 for operational expenses and or infrastructure, it'll be clear that y'all both discussed it and approved it.
Okay. Council to approve the submitted FONA reimbursement request that is for operating expenses and approve the payment of such expenses and the correction to the CEA to read $50,000 for operational expenses and or infrastructure project. Can I get a motion?
I move so.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Mr. Carey?
Aye.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Holmes?
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Passed. There are any visits for non-agenda items? Yes, sir, come to the podium and state your name.
Good evening, my name's Stephen Paul Sanders. I live in what they call Cedar Grove, 3 miles past Walmart. The reason I'm here today is our road is in bad shape. And the drainage is bad down there. I call just about every week to get somebody to come patch potholes. We got 2 bad base failures down there that's caving in on the east side of the road. You got to go around this one, around this one. You hit one hole, you gonna bounce over and hit another hole. I would like to see whoever my district police chairman is, I'd like to see him come down there and ride the road and see what kind of shape it's in. It's in pretty bad shape. And the farmer called himself digging a new ditch down there in the field, right by the main road. And he dug crooked down through there, and it's not even draining good. He tore y'all's ditch, the drain ditch we had there, tore it up, put in a new drain ditch. But I don't even know who my chairman is. He's a true.
What road is it? Cedar Grove.
Cedar Grove, down there across from, Con Archer.
Yeah,
I appreciate you come down and ride it, Mr. Hall, and see what I'm talking about.
We'll do that.
I appreciate it, because every time we get a hard rain, we get potholes in the road, and I had to call and patch it. There's two base failures down there real bad. You gotta go around them or you don't bottom out in it.
Sir,
Steve, gotta say something, I've already been and met with some of those folks, I didn't even know you lived down there. but
Yes, sir, I've lived.
I signed off on that road in 2012, and I come back, and it was actually grass growing in the asphalt before we even signed off, and I tried to get them to do something, but anyway, but I know where you're coming from on it, I know exactly what to do. Just wait until we get, there's gonna be a bunch of them ahead of you, but we can do the base failures for you and get you level.
Y'all just ride down there, you can see, one's in the road, one's on this side,
Yeah, I
you
know.
know, a little bit further down, you got another one on this side.
Yeah, I met with some lady down there, and she had a group of people that was concerned about it, but I know about it, and I will. I'll get with Mr. Holm, anybody else
Okay,
wants to
yeah.
come, we'll meet with y'all again, try to come up with some kind of
I do, I
solution.
live down there on, Vienna Parkway,
Okay.
33 Vienna Parkway, and we got a bad hole on that road.
Yeah, there's bad holes everywhere.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all letting me come up here and
Yeah, I was
speak
down there
on it.
today.
I'd like to see, get something done before somebody gets a car to work down there. Thank y'all.
thank you.
What's your last name?
Sanders.
Sanders?
Good seeing you, Steve.
I worked with you guys.
Okay. Is there any more? If not, I'd need a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Need a second? Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Cheatwood?
Yes.
Mr. Braxton?
Yes.
Mr. Holmes?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Aye.
Adjourn.
Mr. Parish Attorney, you got 1 minute?